fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, we're going to get into that in a little bit, but hey, how's it going? Hope you guys are having a great day. Got a lot to get to. It's another edition of DeHuff Uncensored. Hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening. Also, don't forget today's show is presented to you by Sugar Fire in Westminster, as well as Jad's Mile High Smoke. Like I said, we'll get into that soundbite a little bit later in the show. We got tons, holy shit, a ton to get to. I will say, I'm a little messed up right now. Not like I'm boozed up or high or anything like that. I let my son borrow my chair, and he messed with the settings, and I feel like I'm sitting too high, but then I tried to adjust it, then it was too low. I was like, what is that? Little Red Riding Hood or whatever, whoever the hell, broke into the Three Little Bears house. I'm all pissed off because it's just not right. Not right at all. I am so upset right now.
It pisses me off.
It's the little things that bug me. Little things. But you know what doesn't bug me is jumping into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
The fact that this is involving someone from the Colorado Rockies just makes it even more comical. But it's kind of disturbing when you find out all the information. The FAA has launched an investigation of what the United Airlines is calling an unauthorized person in the flight deck. During a Colorado Rockies charter flight from Denver to Toronto last week, there's a video that was posted to social media, and it appears to show a member of the Colorado Rockies coaching staff sitting in one of the two pilot seats while the plane was en route to Canada. Oh, Canada, eh? All right. Oh, hey, don't be flying into the Rockies, am I right? Oh, that's kind of a pun there, huh? All right. Hey, oh, no hard feelings, eh? Sorry, I had to go Canadian for a second. How wild is that? A spokesperson for the United Airlines told 9 News that we are deeply disturbed by what we see in the video. The airline calls it a clear violation of our safety and operation policies. The cockpit visit happened, according to the airline, at cruise altitude and when autopilot was engaged. Doesn't matter to me. He shouldn't be up there. The FAA confirms that it is investigating this and said, we do not comment on the details of an open investigation. That's what they told 9 News here in Denver. And let's see, the regulations are very clear, especially after 9/11, that no unauthorized persons are allowed in the cockpit, and they are definitely not allowed to occupy a pilot position. This is on the airline and the two pilots. Yes, that's what I was saying when I first saw this, is like, it's funny because it's the Rockies, and you're just like, classic Colorado Rockies, always fucking something up, whether it's on the field or, hey, up in the air. This is on the pilot 100%. I don't care who it is. It could be Brad Pitt. It could be, I don't know why I said Brad Pitt. He's not really relevant anymore. It could be Ryan Reynolds or something like that. And he could be begging and pleading, wanting to go up there. Can I pretend to be a pilot? No. It's against the rules. Not just like company policy. This is an FAA issue. What an idiot. That pilot is currently grounded along with the other, because there's two pilots, and they're both essentially suspended until further notice, as they should. It's scary because it's like, and it wasn't even like a star of the team. It was what is it? The batting coach or whatever. It's like just some random dude. It'd be like me going up there, being like, "Hey, can I sit in the pilot seat and pretend?" They're like, "Yeah, sure. Who are you?" I don't even know. Right? They're like, "Yeah, it's fine. No big deal." It's a nobody going up there. And even if it was a somebody, they shouldn't be going up there anyway. This is more of an embarrassment on United Airlines than it is for the Colorado Rockies. It just so happens to be a Colorado Rocky. That being said, like if a pilot came up to me and is like, "Hey," like I'm a little kid or something, "Hey, little fella, you want to go sit in the pilot seat?" First of all, there'd be a lot of things running through my mind. One, yeah, I do. And two, is he going to molest me if I go up there? So I'm probably going to go, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. My younger days, who knows? You see what I'm saying? Like it's I think the majority of us know that it's a wrong thing. How dumb are the pilots too that they because when you see the video is clearly it's not like being hidden, like the phone recording everything. How dumb are the pilots? They're sitting there going, allowing them to sit up there, and then two, they're letting somebody film it. That's just dumb. And I hate to say it, but it's just like if you're that dumb, I wouldn't want you working for my airline. Yes, you might be a great pilot, but you make some bad decisions. What a fucking moron. Both of them. The two pilots that were in there, fucking idiots. It's not even, it wasn't even like somebody great. It's not like Charlie Blackman. He goes up there with his giant fucking beard. Hey guys, if you let me fly the plane, I will let you pet my beard. Done. That's so bizarre. Remember last week when we talked about Caitlin Clark and how some people are upset because she's not making that much money as the number one pick? When I explained it's basic math. Until the WNBA starts making more money, until then, they can't afford to play their players very much money. It's pretty basic. Balance a budget. Manage a staff. You'll figure it out pretty quickly. Well, anyway, a lot of people are upset. They're like, she's not going to be making money. What did I say last week? Review the tape. I'm not going to go pull it up. But what I said is she'll be perfectly fine because she's going to get she's going to get an endorsement deal. And sure as shit, I want to say it started coming out on Friday. Well, she's expected to earn $3.5 million per year from her Nike deal. And it's going to be a total of, I believe, this is what they're saying. The biggest name in women's basketball is set to sign an 8-year deal worth up to $28 million with the biggest name in sportswear, according to people familiar with the situation. Good for her. Told you everything's going to be fine. That's what's great about the world we live in now is, in a way, it's just, yeah, sure, her main company, the WNBA, what people are going to associate her with isn't going to be able to pay her jack shit, but no worries, she's going to pick up sponsorship deals. That's great. I'm just going to reach out to Nike and say, hey, guys, if you want me to be your official podcaster of Nike, I'm right there with you. Listen, I'll take $500,000. Okay, I'll bite the bullet. Okay, you can do that. I'll top to bottom, hat, sunglasses, shirt, jacket, underwear, pants, socks, and shoes. I'll be 100% Nike. Okay, I'm just saying. I'll walk everywhere that way. Be like, hi, my name's Nike, Scott the Huff. I'll just say like Nike in front of everything I say, right? Or anytime I address my name. How about that? There you go. Nike, I'm just throwing out ideas. It's a $500,000 idea. Maybe less. Maybe less, give or take. Well, good for Caitlin Clark. I in all honesty, that's the way it's got to be. Until more people start going to WNBA games, until more people are buying their merch, that's the way these ladies are going to have to make their money. And I know there's some listen, Caitlin Clark is the name that is everywhere. And I apologize to the other ladies that were pretty damn good too, that are going into the WNBA, and they're not getting as much love. What needs to happen is you take those ladies and you start promoting them as well, and you kind of make it more of a rivalry. So there's some tension, and that way you start splitting the fan base and make it, because that's what we like as a fan base, right? You got to have a good rival. And if they start beating Caitlin Clark, or Caitlin Clark starts beating them, and people start yapping at each other, guess what? It draws attention to the sport. Next thing you know, WNBA, who was up from, what was it, 60 million in 2022 to 200 million in 2023. Next thing you know, they could be up to 600 million, whatever it is. Okay, so the thing is they need to figure out how to play with the cards that they have, and they got a lot of drama coming into this WNBA season. They need to capitalize on it. Pretty simple. That's what we feed off as a society is negativity, and you're cheering for the underdog. You're also cheering for miscellaneous persons for one reason or another. So this is a great opportunity for the WNBA. We'll see what they do with it, because if they got the right people in place in their sales and marketing, they could make a big impact on the sports world this upcoming season. We'll see. We'll see. Speaking of sports, NBC is going to display the heart rates of parents during the Olympics. Like if your kid is competing in the Olympics, they're going to have a heart monitor on you. This seems like a bad idea, because now you're going to have doctors commenting, be like, oh, her heart rate's really high and she's just resting and her kid's not doing anything. Should she be hammering that hot dog? Because that would be my luck. My kids would be in the Olympics competing in whatever. And then they have like a heart rate monitor on me, and then I forget about it. And then to go along with the heart rate monitor, they're going to have cameras on you. In my luck, I'd be like double fisting hot dogs. Like my brother or somebody would be there, and everybody's like cheering me on. See how many hot dogs I can shove in my face. I'll be like, start puking my guts out. Ooh, look at the heart rate as he hammered in that third hot dog. Boy, I didn't think he could shove it down there, but he didn't even chew that thing. He just swallowed it whole like a champion. I started doing play-by-play of me deep throating a hot dog. Anyway, I went there. Starting with the NBC is going to display heart rates of parents. To me, giving fellatio to a hot dog. Note to self: tell my wife not to listen to this episode. Oh boy. Yeah, I kind of like it. As a parent, I can appreciate it. I mean, I am at the age, especially because my kids are playing sports, and I love to see how they mature and develop on the field, and how that impacts them off the field as well. So to see parents who have been there with their kids from, grinding through, taking them to practices, you name it, random times throughout the day, throughout the week, and just nonstop busy supporting their kids in their passion of playing a sport, and seeing them at the biggest stage possible, the Olympics, and seeing the passion that's in the parents' eyes, and just when you see the parents that are really appreciative of what the journey was and where their kids are at. And I just see that as a parent, and I'm like, oh my God, I get a little mushy. Not too mushy, okay? Don't believe in crying. I don't believe in it, because I'm a man. Oh my God. Oh shit. That's what if my kids made it into the Olympics, I'd be a big hot mess. Be like, oh my God, there he is. There she is. Oh my God. Look how great she's doing. All right? That'd be cool. But I sit there and look at the heart rate monitor, and it's just like, that's going to be a lot of stress for some of the parents. And and they're going to have doctors reacting to high heart rates. They are, but then you're also going to have the comments of like, look at how mild that heart rate is for this guy watching his son or daughter compete at a high level, and the son or daughter won, and you'd be like, do you notice his heart rate didn't move? Like, what an asshole. He clearly doesn't love his child. It's going to be interesting. I got to be honest. I will be curious to see how they present it, and I just think it's going to be kind of fascinating. What's really good for you guys right now, because I just looked this up, and I'm like, holy crap. Have you ever had pork belly burnt ends? They're so freaking delicious. That's what's going on today for the special over at Sugar Fire in Westminster. It's an amazing place to grab some barbecue. They're off 144th and Orchard Parkway, right next to Snooze. You got to follow them on social media like Facebook and Instagram at Sugar Fire Westy. And you can see all their daily specials or any little things that they got going on there. It's really neat to follow along with what Chef Clint and Liz and everybody else posts on their social media. But what's really cool too is when the Nuggets or Avalanche win in the first round of these playoffs, the following day, if they win, you get a free soda at Sugar Fire in Westminster with the purchase of a food item. Hey, that's not bad. Any little bit of savings helps. And you know what? That's cool. So you got to go check them out, whether it's their special of pork belly burnt ends today, or they got amazing burgers, they got amazing brisket, they got ribs, they got smoked turkey, they got smoked wings. They're all phenomenal. Whatever you get, it's great. My personal favorite, I go in there and get a burger or the brisket dip. The brisket dip is basically French dip on steroids, and it's going to make you crumble to your knees. I don't suggest you stand and eat it because you could just fall over because it's that good. It'd be a nice fall. Let's just be honest. It would be good. And then you get up with a big old grin on your face, looking around and be like, I ate the brisket. But it's good. You got to check it out. There's so many great items on the menu that you got to go find over at Sugar Fire in Westminster. By far my favorite barbecue place. It's family friendly. It's great for a date night, and they even do catering. So you got to check it out. Sugar Fire in Westminster off 144th and Orchard Parkway, just east of Huron. Follow them on social media at Sugar Fire Westy. Check them out online, sugarfiresmokehouse.com. It's Sugar Fire in Westminster, reinventing barbecue every single day. I finally went over to Jad's Mile High Smoke the other day. I think it was on Thursday. I think it was. I went in there, and it was so nice. Jad's Mile High Smoke is the only licensed canna bar in the state of Colorado. It's like an alcohol bar, but it's for cannabis. Holy crap, it was so cool to go in there. I mean, a wide variety of products, and they got plenty of things. Like, think about this. When you go into an alcohol bar, they give you a glass, you drink out of it, they clean it, blah, blah, blah. They do that with bongs, right? And they are beautiful bongs that they let you use at the bar if that's what you want. Maybe you want to roll a joint or whatever. Either way, you got to go check out Jad's. It's a really cool concept, and it's just a great environment. Everybody's having a good old time in there, and nobody's a jerk. It's fun. It's a great place to go hang. They got bean bags. They got plenty of places to just lounge, and they also got some video games that you can play, whether it's Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. They got pinball machines like the South Park one. It's really cool. You got to go check them out. They got a lot of big screens in there. In fact, they got 7 big screen TVs, so you can catch your favorite sporting event, or you could even host a watch party. They did a party the other night for the Taylor Swift new album. They had a big party in there. Bunch of ladies went in there. Boom. What a great way to just bring in a new album. Whether you like Taylor or not, you could do something similar to that. Maybe you want to you watch a Nuggets or Avs game or something like that. Either way, that's where you can go hang out. Just a very relaxing, cool place to go and enjoy some entertainment. They're open daily from noon to 10 p.m. Happy hour runs Monday through Friday from noon to 4:20. And Tuesdays is Industry Day, and anyone with an MED employee badge is going to get 15% off all day. Go check it out. It's an amazing place. Jad's Mile High Smoke, 9 minutes from Coors Field, and open noon to 10. Got to be 21 or older to consume. No outside product. Just buy it there. Jad's is at 7667 Washington Street. Just GPS to Jad's. Jad's was really cool. Very cool. I can't wait to go back. It's just, even if you go in there, sit down, grab a drink, just chill, maybe smoke up a little if you want. Either way, it's just a good place to have some conversation. So either way, it's worth going into. PepsiCo is recalling a sugar-free drink after they found that at least, I want to say it was like 200 containers contained full sugar. How do you fuck that up? I would assume be like, this is the sugar-free zone. Don't put sugar over here. I don't know how lines work over at a manufacturing facility, but you'd think it would be pretty basic. They're recalling sugar-free. I never know how to pronounce this. It's that ginger ale. Schweppes? Schweppes? Is it Schweppes? Schweppes sounds like it would be right. Schweppes. Schweppes. I'll take a nice tall glass of Schweppes. Schweppes. Just say it funny and Schweppes. Anyway, I don't have anything else to say. I just think that Schweppes is funny to say or try to pronounce, because I saw somebody else trying to pronounce it and they butchered it. And ever since then, I'm like, I don't even know what the right way to say it is anymore. And I don't care to find out, to be honest. We should start doing that. Let's see. Pepsi. How could you say Pepsi? Peepsy. If you say, do you have a Coke or Peepsy? Just say it, and say it with a straight face. And the waiter or waitress or bartender is going to look at you like you're an idiot. And just say Peepsy. Dr. Pepper. I think that would be a great way to say it. Dr. Pepper, please. Anyway, I don't have anything else to talk about with Schweppes, other than the fact that I don't understand how you fuck that up with the sugar-free, and then you just pile a bunch of sugar in something. Jesus. That's why we have trust issues with society. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot. Sugar-free. Does it get sugar? Does sugar-free get sugar? Yeah. Trick question, dummy. Quick, you dumb fucker. You know what I was stalling because I forgot to pull up the open for this. Let's jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
Let's see. This comes in from Bobbert. That's what he wrote his name as. Bobbert. I like that, Bobbert, to go by Bobbert instead of Robert. Said, what do you think of the new Denver Broncos uniforms? If you haven't seen, it's all over social media in well, not just Denver, but all over the place. And I got to be honest, when you're looking at the new uniforms, the new Bronco, they have like four uniforms. They're bringing back the old school orange jersey with the blue stripe on the shoulders, old school blue helmet with the D on it. Those are going to be their throwback uniforms this year. Thank God, finally, Jesus. Everybody in Broncos country has been asking for that, and they finally caught on. They're like, hey, maybe we should do that instead of, whatever the fuck else that they would bring back. But anyway, so that's cool. But they also have like three alternating jerseys, one of which, my favorite, is there's a blue jersey. And the way they did it, it just looks really cool. The numbers are outlined with a thin stripe of orange, but the letters themselves are white. So it looks really cool. I got to be honest. and the helmets are a matte finish as far as the 3 alternating ones. So it's a midnight blue on one of them, so a dark blue with a matte finish, which just makes it look pretty cool. There is a stripe on one of them in I don't know. I don't know if I need it. We'll see when they're playing. But I think it's cool. They're not gonna blow your socks off. But that being said, I don't think anybody's really upset with the uniforms. Why not? They're they're good. They're good. I would be upset if they were complete opposite or just trying way too hard. I think honestly, especially as the dust settles on this, people are going to be like, "Yeah, they're good. I like them. I like them. They're not. It's not too far in one direction or the other." You can find those on my Facebook and Twitter account on my channels at DeHuff Podcast if you want to see what I'm talking about. Really cool. Um, I played the soundbite for this as I started the show.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. That's from the new Deadpool 3 with Wolverine. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. It looks good. That doesn't come out till the end of I thought it was July, but I think July 26th is when it is. But here's the thing. It the movie looks great. It's going to do well. I hope it's not a disappointment. When there's so much hype around a movie or an album, I tend to get worried because sometimes, although they haven't been doing a lot of promotion on the Deadpool movie, it's mostly been social media individuals that have been talking about it a lot. So I think that calms my mind. There's a lot of times where you see an oversaturation of commercials for a movie, and I think what happens is it ruins the movie. Part of it is there's a lot of times in trailers that they spoil the good parts of the movie. If this was the only trailer that they came out with, it's like a minute and a half long, 2 minutes long, whatever the fuck it was, right? If that's the only trailer that came out for the movie from now until it comes out in theaters, I'd actually be fine with that because there's way too many times you go to a movie and there's these moments that would be hilarious if you saw it for the first time in the setting of sitting down in the theater, and it would just make it such a more iconic moment, but they ruin it by putting it into movie trailers. So I'd be good with that. I don't know about you. I think trailers, they're fine, but then it's just like they just get so overdone, and next thing you know all the good stuff, and you're watching it, and you're like, they did a pretty good job with Avengers Endgame, and nobody really spoiled that one. That's the way all movies should be. Unless your movie sucks, then you're gonna try to oversaturate it with these, you know, cool moments for your trailers. Then come to find out when you go see the movie, like you've already seen all the good stuff. The rest of the movie is shit. So we'll see what I have, full belief that this movie with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, Deadpool 3, is going to be good, if not great. So I can't wait to see all the cameos. That's again the other thing that's going to piss me off. I want to be surprised by the cameos. I don't want to see those in a trailer. If they put it in a trailer, it's going to piss me the fuck off. Quit doing that. Quit ruining movies with trailers. I can't be the only one that thinks that. Seriously. By the way, I went to a a barbecue yesterday because it was for my daughter's friend's birthday. So we went over there, and my daughter wanted me to stay there because, you know, I'm pretty cool. You got to be honest. Let's be honest. So it was kind of nice. I will tell you this. I kept mentioning it, and I think people were getting irritated with me. I was so taken back by the size of the backyard of these people's houses that we were at. I had never been there before, but it was in an old school part of town where the backyards were just enormous. This thing was huge. It was awesome. I was so like in awe of it. They had a huge garden. They had all this other stuff, and they could fit 100 more things in there. It was awesome. But it just reminds me of how socially awkward I can be, and sometimes life just doesn't help you out. I go to sit down in this chair that was provided out there. It was a like a camping chair, and I go to sit down, and there's a gentleman and a lady sitting right next to me, and I sit down, and I sit down slowly, and the most fart sounding fart you could ever hear from something other than a fart happened as I sat down. The chair made the most horrific fart sound, and both of them look at me, and I was like, I hate when the chairs make a fart sound. Like, and I was just like, it just made my anxiety go through the roof. I was like, are you fucking serious? It's horrible. It's that time of year though, where people are gonna have more and more barbecues. This place was great. Somebody made something called Cowboy Crack, which is like sour cream, ground beef. This is all mixed together, cheese, and I can't remember what else was in there, but it was freaking delicious. Holy shit. And they had some burgers, some amazing smoked wings as well. It was good. It was great. So we got one of those coming up soon here for our neighborhood that we always do once a year. So that should be a lot of fun. I just what I like when we do it is usually we have like 3 or 4 houses, if not more. Everybody contributes, and we kind of do a potluck type of thing, set up usually out of our garage, and then everybody just comes over and brings over their food, and we just hang out for like 8 hours. It's great. Then everybody gets boozed up. It's great. It'll be good. It'll be good. Can't wait. Can't wait to get boozed up in front of my children. You know what I mean, right? No. No. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. Again, you guys are amazing. So freaking cool when I run into you guys out and about. I ran into somebody the other day, Greg, who was listening, and he's just like, I just want to say I'm a huge fan. I'm like, dude, well, thanks. He just recognized me by my voice, which is great. But in his defense, it was because I was going around King Supers going, hello, everyone. To Huff Uncensored, blah, blah, blah. No, I wasn't doing that. Could you imagine? All right. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Hey, I got some stuff, listener interaction coming up tomorrow. If you want to join the show, interact with like Paul is going to be doing tomorrow, which is a hilarious observation he has that I can't wait to get into. DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on social media at DeHuffPodcast. I want to get as many in there as possible. And if I don't get to yours tomorrow, I'll do it in the following show. Again, DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com or at DeHuffPodcast. If you got a question, observation, or just a good story to share, please let me know, and we'll try to squeeze it into the show. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. I can't say it enough. You guys are amazing. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Sugar Fire in Westminster. Go check them out, as well as Jad's Mile High Smoke. It's the Huff Uncensored. You guys have an amazing day. I'll talk to you next time.